Gemini, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading, which will take you from the 17th to the 24th of December. I'd like to wish all my viewers a happy holiday. I hope all your obstacles become removed, and I hope joy comes into your life, Gemini. Okay, so let's have a look at 6 cards that represents the energies around you for this week. Give me a minute. The cards are very, very jumpy. That quite often means a specific message is coming out, which might only be for a few of you. There's nothing I can do about that, Gemini. Okay, so what lies behind you is the Justice card. The gift is the Knight of Wands. The challenge is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. That's an interesting how these two are working together, because the Knight of Wands tends to bring action and movement, but the challenge is the time, the Wheel of Time. Okay, how the people are showing up for you is the Moon card. Potential issue, the Four of Discs. Outcome is the Page of Pentacles. So what's the Page of Pentacles about? The Empress. Okay, so this can be about spending time with family, with loved ones, or this can be something that you're birthing. It can be a new business, it can be a new job that needs to be nurtured and incubated. Okay, because the Empress births everything, and the Page of Pentacles came first. So Page of Pentacles is about new opportunities in the material plane. Okay, now what lies behind you is the Justice card. The Justice card is Libra. Oh, sorry, I bent my card. It represents harvest time, but the challenge is the Wheel. That's a very, very interesting combination of cards. I'm thinking about the blindfold, and that maybe there's still a sense of waiting on the hands of destiny. I'm asking for clarification of the Justice card. Okay, Ace of Swords. So clear sighting, decision making, harvest time, knowing what you want and going after it. And knowing what you want is a huge thing in life. So why is the Knight of Wands the gift? So the Knight of Wands seems to be bringing some good financial news to you, which is exactly what the outcome is. Okay, so there's definitely the energy of good financial energy around you. 1, 2, 3 cards that show that. The Knight of Wands is what brings the energy in. Quite swift moving energy that's very, very creative, very, very dynamic, very sort of forward moving energy. You've got a lot of power here, Gemini. I'm sort of in these cards and I'm like, woo, focus and power. So why is the Wheel of Fortune the challenge? Okay, there's still a few things that need to complete themselves, because it's with the World card. So the World card represents the completion. It's the last major arcana. So one whole cycle is over, so a new one can begin. And because the World's with the Wheel of Fortune, there's probably a bit of an issue around timing here. That's how I'd read these cards. It's like something's been birthed. There's good news, but there's still a little bit of waiting. I don't know if it's the month of December. We're moving into the crazy season. This is not the season to officially get things done. Yeah, we birth new things next year, okay? So I wonder if that's what this challenge is. There's something to do with clock and something to do with time and the final completion of a process. How other people are showing up for you is the Moon. The Moon card can represent family, so spending time with family. It can represent, please don't hate me, Gemini, being in a period of uncertainty, because we become illuminated when we move to the fire element and the Sun card, because that's what that energy is. but you're in this energy of being in the unknown, being in the mystery, and it also represents family, the Moon card, okay? Now the central issue is the Four of Discs. So again, an awful lot of Pentacles cards. Maybe some of you are having to manage the money that you've got, okay? Now the Four of Pentacles can be about holding on to the security that you do have, which is strange with all these Pentacles and all this birthing of new potentials. Some of you are protecting your heart. You're not revealing what's truly going on. This would also be reflected in the energy of the Moon. Yeah? And the Four of Pentacles is looking at the Moon. So what are these two cards about, please? The Three of Wands, okay? There's a holding back and a waiting in your relationships, Gemini. And I don't know why. I'm going to ask why there's this holding back and waiting. Through fear, always fear. Always fear. It's always this energy that prevents us initiating new beginnings. It's always this energy that stops us from moving forward in our heart's desire. This is either you or it's how someone else is showing up for you. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but there's definitely a holding back going on here. Anyhow, your outcome is the Page of Pentacles with the Empress. This could be birthing a whole new life path. The Empress is the most fertile energy. She's about abundance, birthing new businesses, financial opportunities, jobs. You don't get a more prosperous creative energy than the Empress, especially with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, and another page. Page of Wands, this is about new enterprises, new interests. And the Page of Pentacles came first. So he's the most prominent card, which is having a pentacle in your hand and wanting to go forward and build it into something that sustains you in a permanent and a very, very creative way. I don't know why there's this holding back in your relationship world. Well, I do, because the Nine of Swords, okay? And the Four of Discs, because they're both very much cards about restricting the flow between you and someone else. So I'm going to ask for two additional guidance cards. I'm going to ask for one around business and finances. And you've got the lovely Regeneration card. This is about something, the shoots of new life coming up from the dark. A bit like these two pages. Yeah, love it. And I'd like a card about relationships. Clean it up, okay? There might be some issues here, Gemini, that need to be resolved in your relationship. There's a holding back. You've got two cards represent something not being expressed. And that's what's probably putting you in the Moon and the Three of Wands. So I'm going to ask for a solution. I'm laughing now. Breathe. You don't need to do anything in a hurry when breathe shows up. Take a step back and allow things to be, okay, to resolve themselves, because where it's all going is the King of Cups, which is about emotional change, but it's where it's going. But right now, Gemini, it would seem to me that there's a pattern of withholding. So this could be playing out for you or the people around you. And if you follow esoteric belief, it's the same thing, okay? So how other people show up for us is also how we're showing up for ourselves, okay? A lot of people don't like that thinking. You take what's right for you and you leave the rest. So, but there's definitely this withholding energy. and really what needs to happen. Maybe not now. The messages are clear to slow things down, not to worry. It's probably in time what's going to need to be happened as a sort of action. But I think the action for you seems to be playing out on the material realm, which is a great place to have it because it's the foundations of our life. And when we've got them right, then we can move forward to sort out other areas of our life, okay? So this is the sort of energy around you. I'll be back next week, probably with January readings, or I might do another weekly because it's quite, people like to know what's going on in this time of year. Okay, Gemini, loads of love. Bye.